everyone. Welcome to Scratch Coding Ninja. Uh, wait, Today's lesson is going to be about operators and variables. So first, let's understand what they are. Operators are just math. You can have, you can add any variable or numbers into there, and variables are just like uh, a text that stands out for something, like maybe like, okay, so I'll show you an example in like after we start working on them. So yeah, let's start working on them. So what I want you to do is pretty sure you saved your racing game, or if not, check out my previous video to make it again. So I've saved it, so let's just open it up. Just to keep in mind, my game that I made, it was a prototype, so it's not the best looking, but it's still fine. So the thing that I'm planning to do that will use operators and variables a lot is to make sure that you have 100 points, and let's say every time you touch this, the point gets deducted. It depends for how long you touch it. So maybe if you touch it for like 1 second, it might get deducted by 30 points or something. And your score, you have a score that depends on how many seconds you have stayed alive. So let's put it into programming language, if that's what you call it. The first thing you want to do is you want to delete this thing. In the last if statement, it should show if touching color green, switch back to backdrop 3, blah blah blah. So what I want you to do is you delete this. So now, if touching color green, then but first we have to make a variable. So it's gonna be point. 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 Yeah. Points. Yeah. Sorry. Point. So now, if touching color green, then change point by -1. Now, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna be deducted. And now we want to set our points to 100. Points to 100 at beginning. Now, we can go on. Now, what's gonna happen is that every time I touch this, the points get deducted. But now, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna just go infinitely on the negative side. So as you can see, it's just decreasing. It's not having an end. It's infinitely decreasing. So we don't want that. So let's just stop this program and create another if statement. Yes, if statement. Now we're gonna use the operators, and if point equals 0, for you it might have shown 50, but you can just type 0. If the variable point equals 0, then change to backdrop 3, which in my case is the game over backdrop, as you can see right here. So yeah. If point equals 0, then switch to backdrop 3. And then stop the other scripts. Stop other scripts in the sprite. Stop other scripts in the sprite. And Now what's gonna happen is that every time my points gets to 0, uh, this thing will stop. But you should have a score. So like a score and how long you have stayed alive. So for that, let's create another variable. No, which is called time. Time. Now, time is gonna be how many seconds you stayed alive. So in order for the computer to know that how long it's gonna be, like time, so we want to get a forever loop because we want the time to count infinitely. Because if you know about math, then you should know that numbers are infinite. So forever, wait 1 second and switch to backdrop. Wait, no, not switch to backdrop, but switch. Oh yeah, change time by 1. Now every time this is gonna happen, time's gonna increase every second by 1. And now we want to find our score because yeah, we need scores in a game. So let's get another if just down here. We can duplicate it by right clicking. If oh this did not happen. This is not what I wanted. Duplicate this. If point equals 0, then say your score is, and we can't immediately put time right next to it because then if we put time right here it's gonna think that the only thing we want to say is time. But no, so let's just duplicate it again, put it right underneath it, and instead of saying your score is, we're gonna put time in the second one. Your score is time multiplied by 1,000. So again, now we have an operator business. Time multiplied by 1,000. So now what we did, that's pretty much what we need to do to change. So what we did is that we created two variables, points and time. Points gets deducted from 100 every time you touch the green stuff here. And time gets changed every second. And when you game over, like when you die, if that's what I should say, the car will say your score is 1,000 multiplied by time. So now let's check that out. Alright, so my score is getting deducted very fast. And I only survived for 5 seconds, so my score is 5,000. And also I forgot to mention that the points will go down. So that shouldn't be a big problem because we can just say stop all just here. So yeah, it's a pretty fun game. So yeah. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please click like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you can get notified when I upload my next video.